Ceramic glaze is effectively glass powder mixed with water, so glazing a pot is a bit like enamelling. I take once fired pots from my kiln, then coat them in the glaze inside and out. There's a lot of variables involved in glazing pottery. How dry the pot is, how wet the glaze is, the temperature of the kiln, which is affected by the temperature of the weather of course, the thickness of application, as in how many times I dip the pot and for how long and how well I shake it, and the recipe of the glaze and the recipe of the clay. And it's quite an unforgiving process. There's a lot that can go wrong. Sometimes there's many weeks of work going into the kiln. So it does make me a little anxious. Glaze isn't particularly cheap either. I'd like to make my own, that would save a few pennies, but glazing with shop bought is hard enough as it is. I've made a few recipes before, and it was a lot of fun but hard to replicate over again. You have to be meticulous with note-taking, which isn't something that comes naturally to me. Besides, at this time I have a very old kiln. It doesn't have any thermostat or way of reading out how long I've been at what temperatures, so it's not really feasible for me at the moment. We should always wipe our bottoms thoroughly, but especially when it comes to pots where residue glaze left on the base could glue them down to the shelf. And not only would this spoil the pot, but it also damages my kiln furniture. Once the glaze is dry, and I've dusted off any blemishes with my thumb, I put them back into the kiln and fire them for 12 hours, slowly climbing the temperature to 1200 degrees Celsius, which is a sort of orange colour of light. I found this splendid book in the charity shop a while ago, and it's all about heraldry. I could pretend that it inspired this design, but I made the stamps long before I found the book. Still, it has some lovely illustrations in it, and I wanted to show you. I'm calling this design Fit for the Feast, because I think they would look at home at a medieval banquet. They have on them some stamps which I made, the Fleur-de-lis, diamonds, and the Ermine's tail, which I think is my favourite heraldic symbol. If you just so happen to be going to a medieval banquet and you would like to take one of these with you, then I will be selling them, and I've put a listing for them on my shop.